Welcome to the meeting number 229 of the Mumbai Speakers Toastmasters Club. Elegance is often associated with fine clothing and graceful movements or beautiful design. Yet, psychologists tell us that true elegance begins in the mind. It's reflected in how we think, communicate, and make others feel. Today, as we explore the theme, the psychology of elegance, let us bring the elegance to our words, our listening, and our interactions. Toastmaster Shilpa Kulkarni, the sergeant at arms of today's meeting, let me begin by sharing the mission of a Toastmasters Club. We provide supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Before we begin, here are a few guidelines to help us to have a smooth online interactions on the meet. All speakers and role players are requested to prefix their role to their name, like TM Modi, Rahul, Timer, Anita, for easy identification. Speakers, please do a quick audio and video check before your segment. Also ensure that you can clearly view the timer cards, which will be shown visually on screen. To avoid typing on the chat box when a speaker is delivering their speech, as it can be distracting. You may use private messages to provide feedback if needed. Please do not click on present now or share your screen unless it is required for your role or speech. When taking over or handing over a role, you might use a visual gesture like smile, wave, high five, or a namaste to maintain smooth transitions. In case of technical glitches, please feel free to reach out to me. Lastly, please keep your mobile phones on silent mode to avoid any disturbances while you are speaking. There are few ways to applaud in the online environment. If your video is on, you may clap visibly, or you can use reaction icon on the meet to give a virtual clap or thumbs up. It is now my privilege and pleasure to hand over the stage to the presiding officer of the day. With virtual applause, let's welcome the presiding officer of today's meeting, Toastmaster Tejal Shah. Over to you, Toastmaster Tejal Shah.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shilpa. And good morning to my fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, my friends. It is with immense pleasure I welcome you all to today's Toastmasters meeting with a big round of applause to all of you. We are having a meeting number 229 of Mumbai Speakers Toastmasters Club. I thank all the guests, the visiting members from the other clubs, and we also have the privilege of our area director, Toastmaster Misha, joining us today. So I'd like to begin with a story. A renowned sculptor was once working on a magnificent statue. A visitor watched him carefully chisel away massive block of marbles. Months later, when the sculpture was unveiled, it was breathtaking. And that's why the visitor asked the sculptor, "How did you create something so beautiful from an ordinary stone?" The sculptor smiled and replied, "My friend, the statue was always inside the marble. I simply removed everything that wasn't necessary." The story beautifully captures the essence of Toastmasters. The elegance is not about adding more. It is often about removing what is unnecessary. Unnecessary words, unnecessary reactions, unnecessary complexity. Whether it is in public speaking or in life, the elegance emerges only when simplicity meets the purpose. So as a speaker, as a communicator, as a leader, we are constantly shaping ourselves, much like a sculpture. Every speech that we deliver, every evaluation that we receive, and every meeting that we attend refines our communication and reveals the best version of ourselves. So as we embark on today's journey of learning and growth, let us embrace both elegance in our thoughts and vivacious spirit in our participation. With that, I warmly welcome you all to today's Toastmasters meeting. Let us begin this session with insightful, engaging, and truly memorable. But before we begin the session, I would like to invite our area director, Toastmaster Misha, to say a few words. And then I would like to hear from some of the guests to introduce themselves and also how did they come to know about the Toastmasters. So Toastmaster Misha, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tejal. Good morning, everyone. Apologies, I'm not able to switch on my camera as I'm traveling right now. I'll be in a stable place very soon. Then I can switch on my camera. But thank you so much, and this gives me immense pleasure to be a part of Toastmasters meeting today because this is Mumbai Speakers Toastmasters meeting that is happening, and it is happening after a very very long time. I very personally want to thank Toastmaster Tejal and Toastmaster Shifa for making it possible because this would not have been possible without their efforts, their dedication. And I am deeply touched by all the efforts they have taken to ensure that there is a meeting that is happening with complete participation. I'm excited to look for, and I'm excited and looking forward to this meeting because this has a full participation. And Toastmaster today, Toastmaster Priya is adding that value to our meeting, and I'm deeply thankful to her. I cannot wait to be a part of this meeting because this is Mumbai Speakers, which is my home club we are talking about. And I know this is just the beginning. There are many more meetings that are going to happen with a lot of more informative things. And trust me, the guests are going to have an amazing experience today. So all the best to all of you guys. And over to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Tejal. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Misha, for that encouraging words and word of thanks for everybody. I would like to hear from some of the guests who've joined today. So may I request guest Preeti to introduce herself and also let us know how did you know about Toastmasters?
Hello.
Yes.
Good morning, Tejal.
Good
Thank you so
morning.
much. Thank you so much for adding me in this group. My name is Preeti Bist, and I'm working with a company. It's a logistic-based company, and I'm working there as an HR manager. And I came to know about this Toastmaster from one of my tutors. So he encouraged me to join Toastmaster. It will be good for me. It is good. It is a very good platform. So that's the reason I'm here today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Toastmaster
Thank you.
Preeti for joining. And I'm
Thank you,
sure this
Tejal.
is just the beginning of your leadership journey. And I
Sure.
wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, dear. Thank you.
Can we have guest Ronak to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hi everyone. So myself Ronak Ranka. I am a CS by profession and currently I'm working with ENY as a manager. So I heard about Toastmasters back when I was with Morgan Stanley. So they had an association with Toastmasters, but back then it was not possible for me to join the club because of work commitments. But recently, I had this thought that I want to polish my communication skills, I want to polish my leadership skills, and the first name which came to my mind was Toastmasters. So here I am joining as a guest, just to experience how the workflow is, and then looking forward to join the club.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ronak. I'm sure your future self may one day thank you for attending this meeting.
Yes.
Can we have guest Suruchi Ranjan?
Hi, Tejal. Thank you for inviting. I joined this meeting as I got this invite from one of my Toastmaster friend, and I stay in Mumbai, Palava. I mean township. If anyone of you know, then there is a Toastmaster group there, and I go to different Toastmasters group as well, like just to meet and see how exactly it is happening there. What are the activities they are actually doing? And I had recently been to Airoli group too, and I have a friend there, and he actually asked me to join this meeting today. It has been really a wonderful experience to be a part of Toastmaster groups, and I definitely look forward to it. I am a very social person, and I would love to connect with people, whatever platform I actually get into. So this is one of those opportunities of networking that I'm really looking forward to. So I'm part of many other non-profit organizations, and I do a lot of volunteer work when I'm not working on weekends. So I thought of joining this too, as people in other groups, they actually are part of it. So they actually told me that it's very educational, so you should really come. So that's how I am here.
Great. Thank you to guest Suruchi. I
Thank
think
you.
every great communicator started with a simple decision to show up. And I
Yeah.
think you showed up today. So all the best to you for your future journey of leadership.
Yeah. Thank you.
Can we have guest Chirag? Guest Chirag? Okay, I think either he's not able to hear us or he's not able to unmute himself. So we'll come back to him later. We have guest Anirudh Matolia.
Hello everyone. My name is Anirudh Matolia. I'm from Rajasthan, and one of my friend from Rajasthan told me about the Toastmaster. Since our native language is different, and by profession, I'm a chartered accountant working in MNC. And earlier, I used to work with the GT Grand Hotel. So there also one of my friend told me for the Toastmaster. So it will almost 2 to 3 years ago. So I just wanted to join, and just because of a few work related deadline, I could not join. And today I have joined, and I want to continue it further also. Thank you so much, everyone.
All right. Thank you, guest Anirudh. Welcome to a place where mistakes are lessons and every effort is celebrated. Right? Do we have guest Chirag back? Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Chirag, and I'm working in a corporate called Edelweiss Asset Management. I'm sales, and here to enhance my leadership skills. I heard about Toastmasters from a colleague. She was earlier with Toastmasters, Ghatkopar in Mumbai, and that's where I got to know about Toastmasters. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guest Chirag. Growth definitely begins where comfort zones end, and thank you for joining us. So with that, I think we can go ahead and we can begin our meeting. I would like to introduce our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Priya Rathore. She is a storyteller, she's a trainer, she's a seasoned Toastmaster, and she's also a presiding officer of Enunciator Club. So with a big round of applause, I welcome our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Priya. Thank you so much for taking up this role for our club and for taking up this initiative. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Priya.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Tejal. And in fact, I must thank you for giving me this opportunity. Good morning and a very, very warm welcome to everyone here present. You know what are we going to be talking about today? But before we actually talk about it, I have a question for you. Right now, you don't need to say it out loud, but just think about this. Think about the most elegant person you have ever met. You don't need to say it out loud, just think about that person. It could be maybe years ago, or it could be somebody recently. Someone who has left an indelible mark in your life, and you remember them. Not because they helped you or anything, but just their presence. Now, a few more questions. What did you think made them elegant? Was it about their appearance? Was it about what they said? Was it about how they acted? Or what did they do? Or was it a package of everything? Having answered that question, now let's embark on this journey to understand elegance a little more in detail. So today we will be doing that. We'll try and think about what goes into the composition of real elegance. A few years ago, a designer was asked, a fashion designer, what really is elegance? And then he said, well, elegance may not be about something that you wear. It is not about something that you do. And it is not about something that people, obviously want to kind of put on. But elegance is natural. And when people talk about elegance, it's firstly about being authentic, being confident, being absolutely curious, and having a presence strong. So true elegance is never about appearances, but true elegance is about presence. It's about leaving a favorable mark of memory and impression in everybody's life. So beginning from here, I must say that I have met quite a few elegant people in my life, and some of them in Toastmasters. Some of whose qualities I wished I could emulate, and I always wanted to emulate. When we are talking about personal transitions and transformations of ourselves, we want to add that those bits and pieces of those elegant moments that we have had with other people and put them as part of our personality, so that our exhibit is obviously not just favorable, but memorable. A little bit more about elegance we shall be discussing in this meeting in bits and pieces. Now, for everybody, for the benefit of guests and mostly guests, any Toastmasters meeting is divided in 3 segments. The first segment is always about prepared speeches, where people who are members of Toastmasters community take project speeches, which are there as part of their objectives, and give and showcase their speeches. The second part is about impromptu speeches, When a question will be asked, and immediately you need to respond. And the third part, the third segment of any Toastmasters is to know how well we have done. That is your general evaluation. So all these things together in every Toastmasters meeting makes it like a highly engaging experience. And if you feel that all that was enough, no, it isn't. In fact, when I ask people who've attended a Toastmasters meeting, what is that you really like and what is that you remember? Apart from the speeches, they always say that I like the fact that everybody's evaluated on everything that they say, including the grammar that they've spoken, the vocabulary, the verbiage, and how they were even evaluated on the number of R counts, the number of all those filler words in dead air, and how they were evaluated on time so that people don't digress their ideas and contain everything in the stipulated duration of time. So these are things that makes Toastmasters elegant, really. In the world, you will not find a platform like Toastmasters of the magnitude of Toastmasters and having its presence in more than 130 countries. Also, it's been about 102 years now? Yes, 102 years or 101 year right now, and still going strong. So now taking the journey forward, I would say Toastmasters gives everybody platform. So when you attend any Toastmasters meeting, you know for sure that you can get yourself an audience. With that, let's get on to our expedition of the first segment, which is prepared speeches. So today we've got two speakers who will be delivering their project speeches. But before we go on to our project speeches, we also have other role players with us, and those role players are a very important part, I would say, the trio, the team of the trio, very important team of the trio who are going to be assessing hygiene factors of the meeting. So let me call upon the grammarian for today. Our grammarian is Toastmaster Bhagyesh Chaudhary. Toastmaster Bhagyesh, over to you to kindly explain your role.
Is my voice audible?
Yes, it is audible now.
Yeah, okay. Greetings, everyone. This is Toastmaster Bhagesh, and today I am the grammar master for this meeting. Think of me as your English teacher. I'm responsible for all the grammar usage during this meeting. I will be keeping note of every bad language usage as well as good language usage. And it's my responsibility to introduce the word of the day and the phrase of the day for this meeting. The word of the day for this meeting is vivacious, meaning full of energy, lively, and happy. Example of using word of the day is the speaker's vivacious delivery kept the audience completely engaged. Now we move on to the phrase of the day. We have the phrase of the day as once in a blue moon. Its meaning is something that happens very rarely. An example of using phrase of the day is we meet in a person once in a blue moon, but we stay connected. These are the word of the day and the phrase of the day. I request everyone to please incorporate these word of the day and the phrase of the day during the speech or during the script of yours. I will keep note of word of the day usage as well as the phrase of the day usage during this meeting. And I encourage all the speakers to use all these things and as well as do the great as I'm the English teacher. So keep this in mind. And thank you. And over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Priya.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhagesh. There are a few people who have always been part of the Toastmasters community. Those certain people, I would say that they come once in a blue moon, but whenever they do, the entire team has a vivacious spirit, and then they really enjoy themselves, learn a lot, and through each other. Okay, with that, I would say that everybody here is expected to and requested to use the word of the day. Just try and slip in the word vivacious somewhere or the other, and I also request our grammarian to kindly type the word in the chat box so that and keep reminding them whenever possible. Okay, up next, we have the R counter. And our R counter for today is Toastmaster Bhiku Rajbar. Toastmaster Bhiku.
Thank you, Priya. Thank you for introducing. Good morning, everyone, and fellow Toastmaster, my dear guest. My role as the R counter is to record unnecessary sound used by the speakers and the role bearers. What are these words? Basically, the crunch words are filler words, but, like, so, okay, filler phrases, and so, etc., or extremely long pauses. The crunch words or filler sounds obstruct the smooth flow of the speech, can be annoying to the listener at the same time, decreasing the value of the speech. Therefore, the R counter notes these words and phrases in order to help the speaker become aware of them and minimize the use of these words and phrases in the future. So I'll be present the counter reports when called upon by the general evaluator at the end of this meeting. Yep.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Piku. Everybody, please watch out for the R counter. He's already noting down everything. I remember the first time I went for a Toastmasters meeting, for the first time when I did, and I was a speaker already at that time. I had 35 R counts, 35. And it was like, cold thud in my heart, like, really? What? Me? 35? Yes, it is true. But that gave me awareness, and I was then always wanting to be very cautious about it while I'm giving my statements. Of course, it happens, but we can only reduce it. Thank you. And the next role bearer is somebody who is already a veteran Toastmaster. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Shubhayan Chakravarti as our timer for today.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Priya. Good morning, everyone, fellow Toastmasters and guests. When we think of elegance, we often think of, as our Toastmasters of the day has already pointed out, grace, sophistication, and maybe beauty. But true elegance, as our presiding officer has already said, is maybe not about excess. It's about knowing what to say, how to say it, and perhaps most importantly, when to stop. And that is where my role as timer comes in today. I will be playing the role of the timer, and it is my responsibility to take note of the timings which are being taken up by the prepared speakers, the table topic speakers, as well as our evaluators for today's meeting. Now, let me showcase how exactly I will be doing that. When a timer, for example, the timing for the bare minimum timing has been met for our prepared speeches, this would be 5 minutes. I will showcase it through the green card, which you can see over here. Once you meet 6 minutes, it will flash yellow, and at 7 minutes, it will become red. For our prepared speeches, this is the timing. For our table topic speeches, the timing will flash as green once we meet 1 minute. At 1.5 minutes, that is 1 minute 30 seconds, it will be yellow, and at 2 minutes, it will be red. You have up to 2.5 minutes to complete the speech, beyond which you will be disqualified. And finally, for our evaluations, each evaluator must evaluate their target speaker for a minimum of 2 minutes, at which it will turn green. To 2.5 minutes, it will turn yellow, and at 3 minutes, it will turn red, with again 30 seconds buffer to wrap up your evaluation. I will be called upon to present a report of my timings when called upon by my general evaluator towards the end of the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shubhayan. With that, we are now going to actually get on to our journey of prepared speeches that everybody has been waiting for. I would say that is the real meat of any Toastmasters meeting, where people who are already members are now doing speeches out of their projects. This is one reason why people actually join Toastmasters. Today, as we said, that there are 2 speakers that we have, and we will first go to obviously, the first speaker. Our first speaker for today is Toastmaster Dsouza Dias. Toastmaster Dsouza has joined Toastmasters quite recently, and I must say that he has gone ahead with his projects and makes his presence felt everywhere. He attends a lot of meetings and contests and everything. There's a lot of learning and engagement that is happening from his side. So yes, a very dedicated Toastmaster indeed. Toastmaster Dsouza Dias will be completing his level 1 project 2 speech of visionary communication, and his speech is going to be evaluated by Toastmaster Isha Agire. So I would want to first call upon his evaluator, Toastmaster Isha Agire, to come on screen and read out the objectives of his speech. Toastmaster Isha, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priya. So, very vivacious morning, everyone. And once in a blue moon, I get opportunity to evaluate a speaker who is on his or her second pathway. And today I have that. So, Toastmaster Dsouza, best of luck for you. And your project purpose is to get a speech that has review basic methods of writing a speech, and that has a defined purpose and present a well-organized speech on any topic. It can be humorous, informational, or any style that member chooses. And best of luck for that. You have 5 to 7 minutes to do so. So over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Priya.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Isha. So can we have Toastmaster Denzel on the screen? Okay. Toastmaster Denzel, can you see the timer cards?
I can see you. I cannot see the cards.
Okay, the cards are on top. Can you
On
see
top.
if you can pin them?
Timer Shubhyan Chakrabarti. I can see it. Yes, it's on top.
Yes, yes. So that's going to be where your time reference will be.
Okay, okay.
I think our audio and video is in place. All right. Toastmaster Denzel is doing level 1 project 2. Toastmaster Denzel dies. 6 degrees of separation. 6 degrees of separation. Toastmaster Denzel, over to you.
Have you ever been on vacation far away from your home place? We all have, isn't it? But sometimes we bump into someone from your city or hometown who knows someone that you know closely. I'll repeat again. Have you ever had that weird experience when you are traveling thousands of kilometers away from your home, sitting in a small restaurant, only to strike up conversation with a stranger, total perfect stranger, and discover that they went to the same school as your husband or wife or some other family member? Now, was that pure coincidence? Or was it just pure chance? Or is there some mathematical calculation to this thing? It surely feels like magic, but it's actually the mathematical reality of a beautiful, tangled, 6-step social web. Good morning, Toastmasters, friends and guests. Among famous persons living in the world, choose any one individual of your choice, famous personality, whom you would like to meet and interact in person during your entire lifetime. I'm not going to ask you the name, just keep it in your mind. I'm going to share today with you some empirical research done by social scientists and psychologists, showing how any person can meet any person of their dreams. Only 2 conditions have to be met: that they have to be alive and that they have to be living on this planet Earth. We'll visualize that the entire planet Earth is a woven carpet from millions of billions of different color threads. Every person is on that carpet. Every human is some color thread or color of thread, all interconnected to one another, living and using that same carpet that is called planet Earth. Let me share with you a mind-bending fact. In your immediate surroundings, can you see any other single person on your left or your right of you? Surely. Statistically, you are only 6 commencements, 6 connections, or 6 contacts away from anyone on this planet Earth of us. Whether it's the President of the United States, an isolated Buddhist monk in the Ladakhi Himalayas, or your favorite celebrity in Bollywood or Hollywood. This theory is called 6 degrees of separation theory. The 6 degrees of separation theory suggests that any 2 people on planet Earth are connected at the most by 6 social connections or contacts. The 6 degrees of separation theory proposes that everyone in the whole world, yes, everyone is connected by a chain of no more than 6 social ties. The concept is very simple and yet mind-blowing. Every single person on this planet Earth is connected to every other person by a chain of at most 6 contacts. Friend of a friend, 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 friend of a friend. And you find your dream person whom you wanted to meet. Was this done as a experiment, scientific experiment? Yes, in 1967, for the first time, it was called a small world experiment. Social psychologist Stanley Milgram conducted a field test, and in this small world experiment, he mailed hundreds of packages to different people in the town of Nebraska, asking them to forward the package to the certain individual if they knew him. Only 2 conditions have to be met: not to use any telephone directory, not to use any courier, not to use any online directory to find the address of the person. They have to find somebody who knows that somebody down the line. There was a major condition to fill. You could only send the package to someone who knew you on the first name basis at a personal level. What happened? The result is that All the packages reach to the concerned person in only 6 steps through 6 people in the world, all 6 strangers. Let's try to digest this research fact to understand it better. 6 steps or 6 connections or 6 contacts. Yes, that's all it takes. That means the waiter in your Udupi restaurant who handed you your coffee this morning could be linked to a famous wildlife photographer in Kenya, a celebrated artist in Tokyo, or even the president of the United States of America. Is there digital proof for this? Yes. Microsoft did a research on it because they have the entire database of customers on the internet. They mapped a massive communication graph consisting of 180 million people or nodes or packages on MSN Messenger. They calculated the shortest path and they found it 6.6 steps. Let's come to the latest company, Facebook, whose new company name is Meta. And they did a test. They did it twice. Once in 2011, they used 721 million real users on Facebook. And then in 2016, again they did another test. And what they found, the number has come down from 6 to 4. So you need only 4 contacts to reach to the person of your dreams. Conclusion, what can we learn from these 6 degrees of separation? I have a little complaint with the Western world. Always they copy and rob things from the Eastern world. The Western world discovered about the 6 degrees of separation via mathematical calculation and tests. Agreed. We give them the credit. But this concept of 6 degrees of separation came from the Eastern world. Let me show you how. The ancient Indians coming from the Eastern world were long ago introduced to this concept and theory via a famous Sanskrit saying. Please tell me the meaning of this. I'm sure you all will be knowing. I'll try to pronounce it accurately. Vasudeva Kutumbakam. Anybody knows? Yes? Okay, let me tell you what it means. Vasudeva Kutumbakam in Sanskrit means the world is one family. Vasudeva derived from Vasudha, that is earth, and IVA, Eva, meaning life or is, and Kutumbakam is Kutumb, means family or extended family. The interesting thing is this phrase is not a standalone sentence, but a punchline of a larger verse found in the ancient Hindu text, the Maha Upanishad. For those who want to verify it, chapter 6, verse 72. I'll read the whole line and the translation. So both Sanskrit and English. It goes as Ayam Nicha Paro Veti Ganana Lagusestam Udarichitam Tu Vasudeva Kutumbakatam. This is mine, that is yours, is the way of a small-minded world. For those of noble and general sorts, the entire world is one big family. Thank you.
Let's give a huge, huge round of applause to Toastmaster Denzel Dias. Mr. Denzel, amazing speech. This speech is something that is really added to everybody's understanding today. If I can say that I've learned something, it is about the 6 degrees of separation, and I'm only thinking about 6 degrees of separation of me to Johnny Depp. Okay.
Wow.
I'm trying.
Wow. Please,
Okay.
can I add one small line? Please, everyone,
Yes.
watch the movie of Will Smith by the same title, 6 Degrees of Separation. It's a wonderful movie.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Oh, Will Smith. Okay. I've made a note of it, and I should do my research. All right. Thank you very much. With that, we go to our second speaker for today. And our second speaker is Toastmaster Kalyani Gaikwad, who will be giving level 1 project 4. So before we call her on the screen, I'd like to call her evaluator, Toastmaster Riya Bhanga. Please let me know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Toastmaster Riya, stakes all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Greetings, everybody. I'm Toastmaster Riya, evaluator for today's meeting. I'll be evaluating Toastmaster Kalyani for her Level 1 Project 4 from the Motivational Strategies pathway. The objective of this project are to practice applying feedback and serving as a speech evaluator during club meeting. You have to deliver a well-organized speech of 5 to 7 minutes and receive constructive feedback from the evaluator, that is me. Toastmaster Kalyani, I wish you a vivacious and impactful speech. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Priya.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ria. Right. And with that, let's call upon it's time for our second speaker, Toastmaster Kalyani. Toastmaster Kalyani, can we please have you on screen?
Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. And I'm just trying to locate you. 1 second. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Toastmaster Kalyani, can you please confirm if you can see the timer cards on top?
Yes, I can see.
Yes, okay. Right. You can pin the timer and just keep tabs of the time and the transition of the timing cards.
Yeah, it's done.
All right. Toastmaster Kalyani. Mirror of opportunities. Mirror of opportunities. Toastmaster Kalyani.
Have you ever had a staring contest with the mirror? I think it's one of the most honest moments you can have with yourself because the mirror doesn't lie nor does it flatter, yet it offers an incredible opportunity. Only if you know how to look at it. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most reflective of them all? Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. Let's try something right now. I would request you to take your phone and turn on your selfie camera. Can we all do that? And now, when you look at the selfie camera, I just want to look at yourself. Don't adjust your posture, don't adjust your head, don't smile, just stare at yourself. It doesn't feel great, right? Now, coming back to one of the ordinary moments in my life, very ordinary. Every time my sister stands in front of the mirror, she does something quirky. And it's honestly fascinating to watch her. She would adjust her hair, she would pout, she would smile, and make strangest faces as if she's performing for her reflection. And on top of it, she doesn't even shy away from doing it in public. Instead, she interacts with the mirror, constantly adjusting herself to look her best. Meanwhile, I, on the other hand, had a very different experience with the mirror. Whenever I looked into the mirror, it was as if the mirror magnified everything I didn't like about myself. I would focus on what I thought I lacked. I wouldn't smile, I wouldn't adjust anything. I would just accept and move on, never engaging with the opportunity or the reflection to make small changes that might make a difference. So, one day, I shared this with my sister, telling her how differently we looked at the same mirror, her radiating and vivacious confidence, while I was still struggling to embrace my reflection with positivity. My sister smiled and said something that really stuck with me. It's not about the mirror or it's not about how we look. It's about how we approach the mirror, our attitude. Every time when my sister looks into the mirror, she just does not see her reflection. She sees an opportunity to improve, to act on the little inputs that the mirror gave it to her. Maybe adjusting her posture, straightening her hair, adjusting her hair, or smiling a bit. Meanwhile, I just looked at my reflection. I judged myself and let the opportunity pass by. We had the same mirror, the same opportunity, yet our reflections taught us different lessons. My sister embraced hers and I missed mine, and it was my loss. That also comes to one of the in similar instances I had when I joined Toastmasters. Before joining Toastmasters, I used to speak way too fast. So fast that people actually had to interrupt me and ask me to repeat myself. And that time, I did not realize that the rate of my speech was actually impacting my ability to communicate effectively. So, when I joined Toastmasters, I not only received the feedback on what I lacked, but also on where I can improve and how I can improve. So slowly, I started taking pauses between the sentences. I focused on my breathing, and I became mindful of my audience's reaction. And then one day, I was not interrupted by anyone. People were nodding along and engaging with my speech. And that was one of the times when I'd actually implemented the reflections the others shared with me, and that made all the difference. So, Toastmasters, I want to ask you, when was the last time you acted on a reflection that others shared with you? Think about an evaluation given by your mentor, a feedback from colleague, or a suggestion from friend. Did you act on it, or did you just judge it, ignore it, and let the opportunity pass by? Let's try the activity once again. I want you to take your phones again and turn on your selfie camera. And this time, when you look at yourself, I want you to adjust your posture. Maybe you can also adjust your hair, give an ear to ear smile, a playful wink, or even a thumbs up. And this time, it does feel great, isn't it? So, I want to leave you with one thought that when life gives you reflection, don't just look at it, smile at it, interact with it, adjust what needs adjusting. An evaluation, a feedback, a, a reflection are all inputs, are all mirrors, the mirrors of opportunity that help us put our best self forward. Act on those little inputs given by others and see how smallest changes can lead to biggest differences. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Kalyani. Thank you, Toastmaster Kalyani. And with that, we are done with our prepared speeches segment. And moving on from here, we will be going into another segment. But before we do that, as promised, I shall be giving you some nuggets to elegance. And the nugget that we are going to be sharing right now is, how do I become elegant more when I use this element, which is called a pause? If I pause, I generally pause. And how can my pausing make me elegant? Well, it's not about the pause. It's just about some calm and some composure that we are experiencing in the moment, like we have to and like we should. So, for example, what are the moments of calmness and composure that I will be experiencing as a person when the need is? Now, for example, our ability to remain calm and composed, especially when we are receiving criticism, or our ability to be calm and composed in a situation where we have panic, and our ability to be calm and composed when maybe others are performing and maybe others are criticizing or whatever. In any situation, can we include this beautiful leaf called pause and never be discomforted by silence? I have seen usually when people start talking to each other, they are interacting with one another, even in a network event. And if there is a slight pause or silence in between, people are just wanting to fill that up by saying something, and maybe saying something irrelevant, saying something that they should not. And at that point in time, it's very essential to keep yourself composed, calm, and be comfortable with the silence, even between two people. So with that, let's embark on our journey of the next segment, which is table topics. Like everybody's been waiting for it. Okay, now to lead this segment, we've got somebody who is actually, I must say, she's a pillar of support and strength to this club. I'm talking about this extremely vivacious person and a wonderful Toastmaster, extremely congenial individual, Toastmaster Tejal Shah. Toastmaster Tejal, the stage is all yours. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Priya. You've been a great, TMOD. We are privileged to have your presence, and so gracefully you accepted our invitation on that. Really,
Thank
really
you. Pleasure's
thankful
all
for that. Yes. So once again, good morning to everybody. As a TTM, now Table Topic Master, I'm greeting everybody. And I'm so excited to be part of the Table Topic Master for the day. As a Table Topic Master, my role is to facilitate the impromptu speaking session. Right? So for the benefit of the guest, I would just explain how this works. So as we embark on the journey of spontaneity, creativity, and quick thinking, the table topic is the segment where we embrace the thrill of speaking on the spot. Okay, like we heard two prepared speeches. They were fantastic. Their passion was vivacious, right? But we always may not get opportunity to prepare while we have to speak. Whether it's a sudden question in a job interview, or an unexpected moment in a meeting, or a casual conversation in a get together, we often need to think on our feet. Maybe such situation is once in a lifetime or very rare, correct? But our ability to speak confidently and clearly without any preparation is very, very vital skill, and it comes with a practice. So the rules or guidelines are, I will call upon the participant, or probably you can take a voluntary role. The goal is to be just spontaneous. There is no right or wrong answers. It's just your perspective. Okay. Before the session begins, may I call upon the timer to share the timing guidelines for table topics?
Thank you, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Tejal. For table topics, the timings are as follows. Each speaker must speak for a minimum of 1 minute, at which time my background will turn green. At halfway mark, that is at 1.5 minutes, it will turn yellow, and at 2 minutes, the timing card will turn red. You have up to 2.5 minutes to wind up your speech, post which you will be disqualified in terms of timing. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you so much, Timer Shubayan, Timer Toastmaster Shubayan. All of you can refer to the word of the day and idiom of the day, which is shared by the grammarian. And I would encourage all the participants to use both while you speak. Now, to begin the session, I would like to some seasoned Toastmaster or a Toastmaster to take up a first question. Who would like to go? Yes, Toastmaster Ishan. All right, super. So, Toastmaster Ishan, the question is elegance something we are born with or something that we learn? Is elegance something that we are born with or something that we learn over a period? All the best.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tejal. Very wonderful question it is. And when we think about elegance, normally we see all the experiences we had with one of the best people we met in our life, like that college senior you admire the most, that favorite person you met while networking, or certain relatives like your younger or older cousins who have that elegance in their speaking style. They have elegance in the way how they do their fashion. They have elegance in the way how they have, adjusted their lifestyle that includes a lot of things. Like they do things perfectly. But here is the thing, like when we try to become something like that, okay, what if I do the same type of fashion as he does? What if I manage my time the how well as she does? I think it becomes a challenge because everyone's life is different. Everyone has set on their own way in a different way. And that is why when we talk about elegance, it is, sometimes it is acquired, like you learn from your parents. Sometimes it just, with the situation you change. With the situation, you form a timetable that how you will schedule your day and you be there. So this question doesn't have a definite answer. This is more of like a subjective question rather than an objective. So thank you, Toastmaster Tejan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ishan, for taking up that question. And I really respect your perspective that it is different for everybody. And sometimes you learn from each other. Super. A big round of applause for going first for the table topic session. All right. Who would like to go next? I would request at least one or two guests to take this up. Okay. Guest Chirag would like to go for it. Guest Chirag, can I give the question to you? Are you up for it?
I will try.
Sure. Okay. What does elegance mean to you beyond your appearance? What does elegance mean to you beyond your appearance?
What elegance means to you beyond your appearance? It could be your I think it can be your overall personality, as in it's not just how you style yourself or hold it also like how you hold yourself, how you speak, how you make yourself available for people. um, it can be uh, like you are how others see you, like it may be like if you are a role model to somebody else, maybe that way. um, that's what is coming to my mind. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. A great attempt, guest Chirag. It's a great beginning. A big round of applause to guest Chirag. Okay. Friends, please raise your hand who would like to go next. Come on, it's just the perspective and there's no right or wrong
Hello?
answer to this. Yes. Toastmaster Pranjali. All right. And then next we can have Bhiku, who has also raised his hand. So you can go next, Toastmaster Bhiku. All right. Toastmaster Pranjali. Describe a person you could consider truly elegant and explain why. Describe a person who you consider is truly elegant and why.
Um, so I think, like, according to me, like the elegant person can be one who is, actually, the Google defines elegance as like beauty, simplicity, and effectiveness without excess. Like, so, I would say someone who has all these qualities can be an elegant person according to me. Their behavior is effective. Like, I mean, when we look at that person, we should think like, "Ha, yes, I want to be like him or her." So according to me, that's elegance, and that would be the person I would look up to, or I would try to be like him or her.
All right. So somebody who's your role model or who you would look up to, you would consider that person as your most elegant person. Superb. A great perspective once again. A great big round of applause to Toastmaster Pranjali. Very well attempted. Next, we have Toastmaster Bhiku, who would like to attempt the next question. Toastmaster Bhiku, you're ready for the question?
Yes.
All right. Tell us about a moment when you handled a difficult situation with elegance. Tell us about the moment where you handled a difficult situation with elegance.
Okay. Uh, I'm just thinking the moment which I have faced in life. So give me a second.
Sure.
The moment basically when I was working in an office late night, we have to deliver the project on a time. But at that moment, only the two people were working on that project, and somehow a person got ill on the delivery of the project. So at that point of time, I have to be a very calm and to take the responsibility of all the of whole project and to deliver with with completeness and without any error. So I took that opportunity and deliver that project without any complaint and just took the responsibility and and handle the situations very calmly without any complaint. So that situation I can say that that's really uh, I've handled in a very elegant way. So this is what I can think about it right now.
All right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhikkhu, for that attempt. For Bhikkhu also, let's put a big round of applause. Yes. So next I have Toastmaster Bhagesh, who would like to attempt the next question. Next topic. All right. So Toastmaster Bhagesh, how can simplicity make life more elegant? How can simplicity make life more elegant?
Yes. The true answer is yes, of course, simplicity can make the life in a true elegant way. Because I think when you come across the simplicity, like all the, I will say the higher levels of what a personality needs. Of course, that is also important, and simplicity is also equally important. But simplicity has its own grandeur that it uses to show the elegance. Uh, think of an example like if you are just too simple, you will be used. If you are not if you are not showing simplicity as well, then you'll be judged based on what you are throwing up to the society. So I guess there should be a balance between the simplicity as well. uh, because yes, as I said, that you will be used if you show much of the simplicity. So yeah, simplicity can be used for showing the elegance, and yes, it is the important part of the societal, I would say, the societal norms that you should show the simplicity based on what tier you are living in. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhagesh, for your vivacious answer. All right. Now I would like to request at least 2 or 3 guests to go for it and attempt the next topic. Can I request guest Preeti? Would you like to attempt the question? Guest Preeti? No answer. I am not sure if she's able to hear us or there is a network issue. Can I request Toastmaster Suruchi to attempt? Would you want to attempt?
Yeah, sure.
All right, sure. I promise I'll give you a very simple topic for attempting. All right. So the question for you is, can someone disagree strongly and still be elegant? Can someone disagree strongly and still be elegant?
Just a minute. Mm. Well, to this, I would really give my professional experiences that I had. That I mean, if I can really give my past job experiences, that in your profession there are times when you're working with the seniors or the clients when you actually can't really say yes for everything. in those cases, you have to be very grounded, very firm, and very polite to say no as well. So definitely there are many cases when you have to disagree to the situation and you have to be polite and still be elegant. Because I mean, it's a company's norm that you have to follow. You have to be good to your manager. You can't really go against your company policies. So there are many times which I actually have been, when I got some request which was like not very not at aligned with the company organization's policies. In those cases, I used to tell them that no, it's not possible. So, what are the other alternatives that I can really help you with? So, there are definitely, politically correct ways, I would say, that you can disagree to it and still be elegant. And also, you shouldn't really be, I mean, you won't really go very wrong, very rude.
Strengthening. Can I request the others to please be muted and not to speak? Toastmaster Shilpa.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think that's what exactly I mean to say, that it definitely is possible that you disagree with the current situation and still be polite and elegant and not to make people unhappy as well. Thank you.
So very well put up, guest Suruchi. I
Hello.
think yes, to put us. Hello.
Yeah, Tej, sorry, Preeti here. Sorry,
Yes,
there was some issue with this thing.
Sure.
Internet. So
yeah, would you like to attempt? I have two more requests post which I can take the question.
Okay,
for
no
you.
problem. Yes,
Sure.
no problem.
All right. So next we have guest Ronak, who would like to attend the next table topic. Ready, Toastmaster? Ready, guest Ronak?
Yes.
All right. So the question for you is, what makes a speaker elegant on stage? What makes a speaker elegant on stage?
Okay. So as per me, there are three things which makes a speaker elegant on stage. One thing I would say is it's not just the way you are delivering a speech on the stage, but also the way the voice modulation which you work upon while delivering a speech. That's one of the most important quality which I have seen in a lot of great TED speakers, that they have an amazing voice modulation. The way they deliver their speech, you get hooked to listen to them. And that's not just because of the quality of content which they are speaking, but the way they are delivering the speech, the voice modulation. So which I feel is one of the most important thing while delivering a speech. Second would be to using the hand gestures. Like whenever I've seen great leaders, either in a company meeting or while delivering a speech, uh, they use great hand gestures, the body composure while delivering the speech. It shows it shows a confidence in the speaker, and you naturally believe whatever the speaker is trying to say because he or she is very confident while delivering the speech. Third thing is also very important. It's not that you just can't keep on blabbering xyz. You need to deliver a quality content as well. So if you have a great posture and you also have a great modulation, but you need to make sure that you also focus on the quality of content which you are delivering. So as per me, these three qualities makes a speaker a great speaker. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guest Ronak. Extremely well put up and summarized in point form. You're already a great and a confident speaker. I think
Thank you.
it's just time for you to join the Toastmaster for your future journey. A big round of applause to guest Ronak on that. May I request guest Satyendra if you would like to attend for this? Guest Satyendra? All right. I think let's then next move to Preeti. Preeti, am I audible to you?
yes, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Fine. So the topic for you is how does emotional intelligence contribute to elegance? How does emotional intelligence contribute to elegance?
Before that, I would like to tell you that you are a vivacious speaker who is making this meeting lively and engaging.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So, emotion is like, it's very important because I'm not getting sufficient word, but I think emotion will help you to. Could you please repeat your question?
Yes, Preeti. So my question is, how does emotional intelligence contribute to elegance? How does emotional intelligence contribute to elegance?
Sorry, I'm not getting sufficient word to explain this question.
All right.
So maybe next time.
Can I give you another question? More simpler?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Which animal best represents elegance to you and why?
Animal.
Yeah. Which animal best represents elegance to you and why?
My favorite animal which I like is cow, because I personally feel that I'm very much connected to that particular. I mean, with cow, because I really help them, and I feel that without any, she's very. I mean, the cow, it very calm and selfless, or I mean, no demands, nothing, and it's, I don't know. I mean, if I connect emotion with any animal, so I think it's cow. Uh, that's it. I'm lack of words.
Thank you so much. It was a great attempt, Toastmaster Preeti. Yes.
Thank you.
Maybe the
Thank you.
calmness of the cow that you can
Yes.
resonate with the elegance.
Yes.
Super,
Yes.
super perspective.
Thank you.
I can take one or two questions more if anybody would like to attempt. Do we have guest Satyendra back? No worries. Guest Chirag, would you like to attempt?
If it's a simpler one, I'll try.
Sure, I'll give you the most simplest of all. Okay. If elegance were a superpower, what would it help you to achieve? If elegance were a superpower, what would it help you to achieve?
I think if you are elegant in every aspect of your life, uh, you are already a superhuman. So if you are a superhuman and you have that elegance, you can achieve everything and anything that you desire. Because I believe that elegance get you confidence, and confident person and confident human can achieve anything that the goal is in front of him. So that's my thank you.
Thank you so much, guest Chirag. So, everyone, I mean, the confidence grows one conversation at a time. And small steps today create remarkable transformations tomorrow. So, a big round of applause to each and everybody who has participated or who have just been even listening, because that's where also the learning happens. And I really enjoyed my section of table topics, being a table topic master. So thank you so much for this opportunity. And I hand over the stage back to our charming and forever smiling Toastmaster Priya. So the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tejal Shah. That was amazing table topics round with all the, all of them, all the questions connected to the theme. With that, I would want to give one more leaf about how do we build elegance. Now that we are all into an understanding and more revelation of elegance. Elegance and leadership. Now, many a times, I would want to firstly say that every follower is not your fan. On social media, there are many people who follow so many people. Many a times, I have asked people that you don't like this person, but I see you following them. How come? They say, I'm just to see what are they doing. Or I would just like to understand what makes them, what can make me laugh. No, the dissociative behavioral traits about somebody. You try to follow someone because you know that you will never want to become like them. You follow someone because you want to see and you want to create a contrast so that you don't want to be like them. And just like the dissociative traits, we have some associative traits. That means we follow someone because we want to be like them. We want to follow them. We want to understand how they are, why do they think what they think, and so on and so forth. Now, in leadership also, many a times we follow people, not like social media follow, but otherwise, because there are some qualities about them that we wish to emulate. That confidence within us that, okay, this is the right path and right thing and going on to the right track. Now, as a leader, how many people can I inspire at any given point in time? And remember, it doesn't have to be leadership with titles. It is just that something that you are doing better than everybody else is, and everyone else out there is watching you, even if somebody is a gifted communicator. Somebody who is an embodiment of grace, charm, and exudes confidence. You would say that, okay, this person leads confidence in that arena, and you would like to emulate some of the qualities. So when we say that being elegant and being leading something, other people will be like, I want to associate myself with this person because I wish to become like them. So with that, now we are getting on to our third segment. And yes, before I do that, I just forgot to call the timer for giving the timing report for prepared speeches. Can I do so, Toastmaster Shubayan? If you could tell me about the two speakers.
So for our prepared speeches, our first speaker, Toastmaster Denzel, took 7 minutes 16 seconds to complete his speech. And our second speaker, Toastmaster Kalyan, he took 5 minutes 43 seconds. So both our prepared speakers are qualified for voting. Should I inform the table topic speeches as well?
If you haven't done that, you can do it in the segment. Yes, sure. Go ahead.
For our table topic speakers, our first speaker, Toastmaster Ishan, spoke for 1 minute 27 seconds. Table topic speaker 2, guest Chirag, spoke for 53 seconds. Table topic speaker 3, Toastmaster Pranjali, spoke for 58 seconds. Table topic speaker 4, Toastmaster Bhiku, spoke for 1 minute 22 seconds. Table topic speaker 5, Toastmaster Bhagesh, spoke for 1 minute 10 seconds. Speaker 6, guest Suruchi, spoke for 1 minute 51 seconds. Speaker 7, guest Ronak, spoke for 1 minute 48 seconds. Speaker 8, guest Preeti, spoke for 46 seconds. Speaker 9, once again, guest Chirag, spoke for 35 seconds. So according to my report, guest Chirag, for both of his attempts, guest Chirag, for both of his attempts, guest Preeti and Toastmaster Pranjali are not eligible for voting. I will put the exact timings on the chat so that it is clear to everyone.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Shubayan. And with that, we're going to get on to our journey with the third segment, which is the segment of general evaluations to know how have we done so far. And to lead this segment, we have somebody who is I would say when she started with Toastmasters, nobody could tell that she is a beginner, and nobody could tell that, okay, maybe she's just joined. Because when she was there, she was in the moment, in the spirit, and has done exceedingly well. Today, she is also, she has taken a lot of roles in the XCOM and also the roles in the district as a district leader, being the area director of her own club. I'm talking about Toastmaster Misha Dsouza. Toastmaster Misha, stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Priya. It's lovely to have you. I'm so elated to have you in our meeting. And I think and I believe everyone resonates with me when I say that you have added that grace to this meeting, and you're a true example of what grace, elegance, and poise is. So, without any further ado, let's take this graceful meeting forward. So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Toastmaster Misha Dsouza, and it is my pleasure to serve as a general evaluator for today's meeting. Basically, my role is to observe and evaluate the meeting as a whole, from the quality of evaluations to the overall flow, energy, and the adherence to the Toastmaster standards and protocols. So I'll be looking at what went well, what we can improve, and ensure that we continue to grow together as effective communicators and leaders, because this is what Toastmaster promotes. So without any further ado, I'd like to take you ahead with the sections of the general evaluation. The first section is the speech evaluation, which will be done by the respective speech evaluators, which is then followed by the tag team report. And at the end comes my evaluation, or rather my praise for the entire team who have done a fantastic job today. So I would like to invite Toastmaster Ishan, who's the speech evaluator for Toastmaster Denzel. He will be evaluating his speech based on the levels and projects that he is following right now. Over to you, Toastmaster Ishan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Misha. And so let's continue with my evaluation. So Toastmaster Denzel, your speech title, 6 Degrees of Separation. And with that, you had a central idea of 6 connection to connect every single person. You had a great start. You introduced the central idea with a nice question that you might be vacationing thousands of kilometers away from your hometown, and you might meet a stranger, and some or the other way you are connected, like might be a same school or your partner's same school. And that is the question you gave, that interesting thing which generated the hook that you can meet your favorite person in just 6 connections. You rotated out that central idea throughout your middle part of your speech, where you laid out a lot of informative thing, because your speech was informative. The things where you excelled in that were like the data, what you gave, with the sources of the information. You talked about that package experiment that happened in 1967. You talked about the millions of data of what Google and Meta conducted. And later you said that how Meta changed it from 6 connection to just 4. You excelled at that. But there were certain things where you should work at. Some recommendation what I have. That is the timing. Your speech was perfect in the introduction part, in the middle part. In the conclusion, it felt a little off because you didn't have that much time to make that conclusion sound beautiful. Later on, another thing was when you introduce the Eastern philosophy regarding this Western experiment, where you quoted the Upanishads, you bring the idea of Vasudeva Kutumbakam. It was great. The terminology you used in that, you used a translation of that, you quoted and you gave the exact verse where it is. It was great, but it was a little rushed because it was too late in the speech. You should have built for that conclusion since the starting of the speech. Apart from that, your speech was great. You used a nice engaging technique. To challenge yourself, I have certain thing. First, I give a lot of informative speech in my club. And this personal thing I use is that we can use a storytelling analogy like our personal experience, or even it is not our personal story, a storytelling analogy, so that the audience can be entertained, because not everyone can be that hooked in an informative speech. You can use like humor, questions, or voice modulation. For that, you had a humorous speech pathway, so you can use something from there, and that's it. So best of luck for your further projects. Thank you. Over to General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ishan, for that evaluation. It was pretty comprehensive. Moving on, now I would like to invite Toastmaster Riya to evaluate Toastmaster Kalyani. Over to you, Toastmaster Riya.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Misha. Mirrors are surprisingly dangerous, not because they break, not because they fall, but because they remember every insecurity we have ever introduced them to. A mirror simply reflects what is in front of it. Yet many of us look into it and immediately start looking to something to fix. And that's exactly what Toastmaster Kalyani challenged us to rethink through Mirror of Opportunity. Toastmaster Kalyani, what stood out to me most of was your authenticity. You shared how the mirror magnified your insecurities while your sister looked at the same reflection and chose to embrace herself. Same mirror, different mindset. That that contrast made your message powerful and relatable. I also like the way you did the audience engagement. In an online meeting, asking participants to switch on their cameras and look at their own reflections was brilliant. We were no longer just listening to a speech, we were experiencing it. Your vivacious delivery kept the audience engaged throughout the speech. The way you connected your personal journey with Toastmasters, you showed how feedback helped you improve, speaking slower, using pauses, and becoming more confident. It reminds us that feedback is not criticism, it is an opportunity for growth. For one recommendation, I encourage you to pause a little longer after you reflect questions. Questions such as how we react to our own reflection deserve a few extra seconds of silence, allowing the audience to absorb the message more deeply. Toastmaster Kalyani, your journey from judging yourself to embracing yourself was inspiring. And the activity you conducted is something I'll remember because opportunity to genuinely reflect on ourselves come only once in a blue moon. I would like to leave everyone with the thought your speech left me with. When you look at your reflection, do not judge it, ignore it, or embrace it. Thank you for reminding us that sometimes the greatest opportunity staring back at us is ourselves. Congratulations on a meaningful speech. Over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Misha.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Riya. That was a very detailed evaluation, put very beautifully in a CRC method. I'll talk about this during my evaluation. Now, coming to the second section of the general evaluation, that is the tag team report. For that, I would like to start with the T of the tag team, that is the timer, who will be giving us the rest of the reports for the section where the evaluation has been done. I believe the rest of the timing report has already been shared. So right now, you just share the timer report for the evaluation. Over to you, Toastmaster Shobhayan.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Misha. Our first evaluator, Toastmaster Ishan, took 3 minutes, 3 seconds. And our second evaluator, Toastmaster Riya, took 2 minutes, 23 seconds to complete their evaluations. Both evaluators are qualified for voting.
Thank you so much, Shubhayan. Now, moving on to the R counter, that the A of attack team, that is Toastmaster Bhiku. He will be now sharing the R counter report. So without any further ado, let me introduce him. Toastmaster Bhiku, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Misha. All the speakers are really amazing. It was very difficult to identify that how many filler words or the crunch or the repeat words have been used by the speaker. But somehow I'll take the name that wherever they have used the filler word, the crutches, So let me take the name. First of all, I would like to say I was trying to listen everybody. Priya, Denzel, Kalyani, and Tejas was really amazing, and it was very difficult to identify that is there any filler words or crutches. So somehow only one or two in phrases I've identified that found filler words, but we can ignore these words during a table topic. I have identified that some of the people have used multiple times these words. So I would like to take a name. So tables are used one time. Ishan use one time, but and so use two times, and two times, and then Chirag used more than five times. Pranjali used two times, and Bhagesh used more than five times. And Suruchi used three times, four times, so, and used bird in between, and used two times. Ronak used two times, and three times in their speech. Preeti used two times, and Chirag again used one and as one times. So this is what I have observed during the speech. Yeah, Misha.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhiku. You have been an accountant after a very long time, but you did a fantastic job as an accountant. That was very detailed, and I'm sure everybody have made notes of where they can improve and not include crutch words. Moving on, now we come to the G of the tag team, that is a grammarian. I'm sure he had a lot of work to do today because we had very good use of vocabulary, and mostly everyone use the word of the day, but I'll forward it to the grammarian who will now give us detailed reports of how grammar was used by the entire set of participants for today's meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Bhagesh.
Very happy that all of us has used the best English language. And to my notings, there will be some of the vocabulary that was used in a very good way. That is congenial, grandeur, elated, and other things. And the areas that I felt like little off was one of the speakers said that adjust what needs adjusting. It should be adjust what needs adjustment. So here is what I have noticed. And coming to the report of the word of the day and the phrase of the day. Word of the day was used 9 times by Toastmaster Tejal, Toastmaster Priya, Toastmaster Ria, Toastmaster Kalyani, Toastmaster Preeti. And now we come to the word of the day. Word of the day was used quite less times, and it was used only by Toastmaster Priya to my notings. Thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Misha.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhagesh. From what I believe, there were more participants who have used the Toastmaster of the day, word of the day. But no worries, we always can improve and we can always help each other to understand where we lack. But you were great. Thank you so much. So moving on, now is the third part where I'll be boring you with my evaluation because you all know how the meeting went. But since this is a thing which has to be done, so let me take you through that. First of all, I want to congratulate each and every participant. We have had 21 participants today in this meeting. So kudos to each one of you for taking out time and joining this meeting, being an active participant. I cannot be more happy, and it's a collective effort which has made this meeting a success. So thank you, and please pat yourself on the back because this is your effort which has made this a success. To begin with, the meeting started right on time, which is very impressive. They Toastmaster the Toastmaster The presiding officer, Toastmaster Tejal, and the sergeant at arms, Toastmaster Shipa, ensured that the meeting started on time at 11. To ensure this gives each section enough time to ensure that we are all collectively able to end the meeting on time, and I'm sure we have sufficient time to end the meeting in a graceful way and not rush. So to begin with, sergeant at arms and not sir. There are certain things which I would like to talk about, but to begin with, it's always respectful to call that person by the complete title and not not the short form. So we never say TMOD or SA. We always say Sergeant at Arms or Toastmasters of the Day, because that is how you pay respect to that particular role and to that person who has taken up that responsibility. Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Shipa Kulkarni has beautifully started the meeting, and she did not just read out the instructions, but she also added that personal touch by linking or connecting it to the theme of the day, which sets the tone of the meeting. So beautifully done, Toastmaster Shipa. This shows that once a Toastmaster, it always remains there. And with each meeting, you grow. Moving on, the presiding officer and the pillar of Toastmasters, or rather Mumbai Speakers Toastmasters Club, our very own, our dearest Toastmaster Tejal, took it forward by adding more energy and added value by talking about the theme and ensuring that all the protocols are followed, which shows the experience that you have demonstrated today as Toastmaster. It also shows the professionalism of being a part of a Toastmasters fraternity, and we all get to learn how to follow professionalism and protocols while you are part of a Toastmasters meeting. The way she interacted with the guest was amazing, and I understood that she was not just interacting with them, she was getting to know them as people, which is amazing. That's how you add personal touch, that's how you invite people. Because Toastmasters meeting, this is not just a meeting, it's like the club is a home where we invite guests, we ensure that they feel welcome, they feel seen, and Toastmaster Tejal did a fantastic job as a presiding officer. She has multi-hatted today, so there's more praise coming in. Then coming on and moving on to the Toastmaster of the Day, the vivacious Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Priya. It has been a pleasure and a privilege to have you as a Toastmaster of the Day for Mumbai Speakers Toastmasters Club. Your panache, your elegance, and your grace, and especially your poise, were a perfect representation for the theme of the day. Your experience as a Toastmaster has provided an example to the guest and the participants about the growth, especially the guests, the growth that they will be experiencing being a Toastmaster. I'm sure the grammarian had a lot of work to do since you were the Toastmaster of the day. You were speaking so well, and we got to learn a lot of words today. I loved the word emulate the most. So, yeah, thank you so much. I'll try to incorporate it more in my vocabulary and my conversations. So, I hope we get to see you not just once in a blue moon, but more often as a part of our, not just our online meeting, but also our in-person meetings. Moving on, our grammarian for today, Toastmaster Bhagesh, you were great. I really loved the introduction you gave to grammarian. It's not just you come and read out your rules, but you also tell the importance of being a grammarian. So that kudos to that. The best thing you did was using the word of the day and the phrase of the day, which was easy to use and incorporate for everyone. So that is how you ensure that people use. The easier the words are, the better it is to use and also to incorporate and use it in our day-to-day conversation. So great work being a grammarian for today's meeting. Moving on, the R counter for today, Toastmaster Bhiku. We are so happy to have you back. It is so good to see you today. And you were not just back today, you were back in action. So just after joining the Toastmasters back, you were able to take a role. So this shows once a Toastmaster is always a Toastmaster. So a Toastmaster can go out of it, but you cannot bring the Toastmaster out of yourself. Okay. So great job. And I really hope to see more of you in more of the other roles, and also especially you giving speeches. So kudos to that. Then a special mention to the timer for today. Toastmaster Shubhayan, also my co-AD. He has been like a wall we all fall upon. Anytime we need help, Shubhayan has been very kind and very thoughtful and considerate to be there, help us with the meeting. And he has not shied away from taking any role. He has taken up every role and added a lot of value to it. The way you demonstrated how a timer works, you showed the timing cards and everything. That shows what an experienced Toastmaster does when they take up roles in a Toastmasters meeting. So amazing timer role, and thank you so much for taking up. Your presence has made it way more better for all of us because every role counts. So that means that shows what a veteran Toastmaster, how a veteran Toastmaster adds value to every role they take up. The speeches by Toastmaster Denzel and Toastmaster Kalyani were amazing. I really enjoyed both your speeches. Very beautifully, you talked about very important matters which are thought-provoking for all of us. And they were very nicely and comprehensively evaluated by Toastmaster Ishan and Toastmaster Ria. I will not evaluate further because they have done a great job as an evaluator. For the benefit of the guest, I will just like to tell you that the method used by the evaluators is a CRC. That means comment, recommend, commend. This is how you evaluate a speech or anything in Toastmasters. You start with commendation, then you recommend where you can improve, and then you end with a commendation. This helps you evaluate yourself not only on the good aspects but also on places where you need to improve. Table topic master Tejal, again, I loved how your questions were very beautifully and very importantly, pragmatically phrased around the theme of the day. You did not just ask questions, it actually felt like you were getting to know each and every participant through your questions. And your response to each of their replies shows how graceful, how grace and elegance adds to a Toastmasters meeting, and especially as Toastmaster. So you were fantastic. Needless to say, you showed how a Toastmaster, how a table topic master adds fun and also education in a Toastmasters meeting. So two questions which I love the most is how does emotional intelligence contribute to elegance? And also which animal best represents elegance to you? I really loved these questions because they are very thought-provoking. I'm pretty sure a lot of people might have thought about it and they must have thinking, I wish I got this question. I would have answered it in this way. But yeah, they were very well. This section was done very well. So kudos to you. And the responses given by the participants were very original, and they made us think what it means when you are put on the spot, because it's not easy to be an impromptu speaker. So to conclude today's meeting, it actually reflected the true spirit of Toastmasters, a space where we learn, we support each other, and we grow together. We witnessed some really great effort, very thoughtful and considerate and educational evaluation, and a very, very positive energy that kept the entire meeting engaging throughout. While there is always room for improvement, what stands out is the collective commitment to becoming better communicators and leaders. So I would say let's carry forward today's learnings into our next meetings and also in our personal lives and continue striving for excellence. Well, with that, I actually hand over the meeting back to the Toastmaster of the day. Over to you, Toastmaster Priya.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Misha. You covered every aspect of the meeting so beautifully and in so much detail, making all of us lifting everybody's spirits. This is what a true leader does. Okay, now I'm going to be talking about two things very quickly, two analogies. The first one is a butterfly. Now, if we look at a butterfly and how a butterfly can actually teach us about elegance, the butterfly does not announce its arrival. It does not shout. It is only visible and it is seen by all. Which means that elegance is something which does not need to be spoken aloud. People notice it. In true terms, elegance is something which is felt by everybody on just upon its appearance. But it is not really about appearance, because here I'm going to bring about another analogy, and that is the diamond. You see, the diamond looks so pretty, so beautiful, absolutely magnetic. Everybody would want to have a diamond. And then they say that you don't need to find a man to buy diamonds. Everyone really wants a diamond. But you see, what makes diamond elegant is not just what it appears like, but what it has endured in the formation of being a diamond. All the hardships that you have gone through, everything, every aspect of life which has been formidable, transformational, and makes you what you are. That's why if someone says that elegance is about we appearing our best, we doing, no, it's about the experience that you have, which takes you through, and then you are, and rather everybody in the whole world is in the state of becoming. Yes, we are all in the state of becoming. And no one better than Diamond can teach us that lesson, the true lesson of elegance. With that, I hand over this beautiful meeting back to our presiding officer and our president of the club, Toastmaster Tejal Shah. Toastmaster Tejal, all over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Priya, for this wonderful session today that we've had. We've learned about elegance, we've learned about simplicity. But before I move forward, I request everyone to please participate in the poll. There are 11 responses that I have received, and we are 18 participants. I request each one of you to please cast your vote. Right. As we come to the close of today's meeting, let us reflect on our theme, Psychology of Elegance. Throughout the meeting, we witnessed that elegance is not merely about the appearance or style. It is reflected in the way we communicate, the way we listen, the way we encourage and respect each other, and to make them feel comfortable, right? True elegance lies in clarity of thoughts, grace under pressure, and ability to uplift others through our words and actions. The meeting was filled with vivacious energy. I would really want to thank all the Toastmasters from the other clubs, Toastmaster Priya, Toastmaster Denzel, Toastmaster Kalyani, our area director, Toastmaster Misha, to take up different roles. And of course, all the three, and Toastmaster Shubhayan as well. And all the three participants and the Toastmasters from Raisoni Master Toastmasters Club. I thank all the guests for coming forward, taking this first step ahead towards your leadership and the communication journey, and being part of this. I would like to hear from the visiting Toastmasters about the feedback on today's meeting. Would anybody like to share?
Hi. So
Yes,
it has really been very nice experience, and I mean, all the Toastmaster meetings are very pleasant and educational, and I really love the fact that it's more of uplifting others, each other, rather than giving a feedback. That's all. So working together to for a collective growth is something I really love for the Toastmasters Club. And I'm really very thankful to be here. I would love to be a part of this always. Thank you.
Thank you, guest Suruchi, for that feedback and encouraging words for all of us. Yes. Who else would like to share the feedback? From guests as well as from the visiting Toastmasters. Yes, Toastmaster Priya, would like to hear from you about your feedback.
I was on, sorry. Yes, Toastmaster Tejal, I have known you. Ever since I've known you, I know one thing for sure, is that you never do things of whatever is expected. You do more than expected. You add that little extra going forward, either to be it your role or be it some task that is given to you, and even lead. this meeting also that has happened, you reached out to everybody way back, and ensured everyone has done their roles and everybody has understood their roles, and everyone has then gone ahead and kind of getting ready and prepared for the meeting. You've done a great job. And I would say that it'll be really nice to have a leader like you in either Toastmasters or anywhere, any fraternity. You are really a person to look out for. And the club, also the club members, in fact, I must say that the Toastmaster Misha is an extremely articulate person and always appreciative of everybody's efforts. In fact, whenever we speak with Toastmaster Misha, I can tell you one thing for sure. She's someone, after you speak with her, you get to know how great you are. How great you are when you're talking to her. This is how she makes you feel. And that is elegance personified.
Couldn't agree more on this, Toastmaster Priya. She's definitely always a wonderful person to talk to. But all this credit for the successful meeting goes to all of you, all of us over here, and especially my co-Toastmaster, Toastmaster Shilpa as well, and the other members of the club. So thank you everyone for making this a great success. Any more guests would like to share the feedback before I announce the poll results? Yes, our counter Bhiku. Toastmaster Bhiku for your feedback. Yes.
Hello.
Hello. I would just like to talk about the Misha. So I've joined the Toastmaster Club, I think 2 years ago, and I've interacted with her. Her support was really amazing. I mean, she's very enthusiastic to support each and every member, and still she's supporting this club. So that's a really amazing thing. People come and go, but Misha is there to support this club. That's really amazing.
Yes, you're in trouble, and one name comes to your mind is Toastmaster Misha. Half of your problem is solved even just by talking to her. I agree with that, Toastmaster Bhiku. I think yes, Preeti wanted to share her feedback. You raised your hand, Preeti.
Yeah, Tejal. So it was it was a great meeting as this was my first meeting. I learned many new things and gained value as well. I look forward to more such sessions and learning opportunity in future. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that feedback. All right, so now the time to announce the poll results. So to begin with, we have first is the best tag role player. Any guesses? Anybody?
No guesses.
No guesses? All right.
Exactly. Very difficult to.
Absolutely. Yes. All of them were very good. This is just for an encouragement and nothing. I mean, it's to know each other and how it has gone, right? So, yes, the best tag role player goes to timer Toastmaster Shubhayan. Big round of applause to Toastmaster Shubhayan on this.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you, everyone.
The next is the best speaker. So the award goes to a seasoned Toastmaster, Toastmaster Denzel. Congratulations and a huge round of applause. You're a great source of inspiration to all of us. Just for the, for everyone to know, this is the second pathway that Toastmaster Denzel has been attempting. First pathway, he has completed it in a period of 6 months. That's really commendable. So congratulations to Toastmaster Denzel.
Can I say something?
Yes, please.
It will be short. First, this is my first ever online meeting of Toastmasters. I have a total dislike of online meetings because, the whole day goes working on the computer, and again to sit for 2 hours, I didn't know I will be able to do it. But I managed to do it because of so many elegant and vivacious people around. One open-ended question to all the females over here. Please clear my confusion. I have never used in my life the word vivacious for men. And I've never heard anybody calling any man vivacious. Vivacious refers mostly to women. Am I right? Please correct me if wrong. Anyone?
The grammarian can define it for you again.
No, but I believe vivacious is feminine. It's for
Yes,
females.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
In
Thank
fact,
you.
in one of the awards also, one sports personality was told as defined as vicious, vivacious actually.
Okay. Vivacious. Thank you.
Sure. The next award for Best Evaluator. On that, I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Ria. A great evaluation by Toastmaster Ria from Raisoni Club.
Thank you so
A
much.
huge round of applause, Toastmaster Ria. The best table topic speaker. Come on. Any guesses here? It was a difficult, of course, decision to make and very close. But yes, the award goes to Toastmaster Ishan. Congratulations, Toastmaster Ishan. And last one, not the least, but the big one, the best of big three. And undoubtedly, it goes to Toastmaster Priya. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Priya, for gracing our meeting today and being the best of all the big three roles. And huge round of applause to you. So friends, that's about our today's meeting. On behalf of the club, thank you to all the speakers, role players, evaluators, and attendees for making this meeting a huge, huge success. Remember, elegance is not about being noticed. It's about being remembered for value, grace, and positivity that we bring to others. With that, I declare today's meeting adjourned. And before all of us log off, can I request each one of you to please switch on your camera for a click for all of us? And Toastmaster Shilpa will help us to click that picture. So I want all of you to wear that beautiful smile. Please show the emoji for picture to be nice. Tell us when you're ready, Toastmaster Shilpa. Are we done, Toastmaster Shilpa?
For some reason, I'm unable to do it. Can you just try at your end?
Yeah, I have taken 2 pictures. So hopefully that should be okay. And yes, thank you so much for everyone to participate and making this a huge success. Thanks a lot.